In examples 1 and 2, we had simple inequality statements. X was greater than or less than some other value. In examples 4 and 5, now we have compound inequality statements, where X is bounded between two numbers versus having an infinity on one side of that interval. We'll repeat the same work that we did in examples 1 through 3. We'll graph these inequalities on a number line, and then we'll translate that to interval notation. For example 4, X is bounded between -5 and 5. Since 5 is included as part of the solution, we'll use a filled-in circle. But X is strictly less than 5, meaning 5 is not a solution, so we'll use that open circle notation. And then we'll shade or highlight that region in between, indicating that any point in between would be a solution to this inequality statement. Translating that to interval notation, we have an upper bound and a lower bound. Our lower bound in this case is -5, and our upper bound is +5. Wherever we use a filled-in circle, we'll use a square bracket to indicate that number is a solution to the inequality. And then on the upper bound in this case, we'll use a rounded parenthesis, since we use that open circle because 5 is a value that doesn't make that inequality true. In example 5, we have X bounded between -3 and -2. Since we have that or equal to statement for both pieces of the inequality, we'll use filled-in circles at both points and then highlight that region in between. Translating that to interval notation, since we have filled-in circles, we have those or equal to statements, we'll put square brackets on both ends, giving us the interval from -3 to -2. Taking a look at our homework system again, we can see how we would input these solutions. In this case, 4 is included as part of the solution to 4 is less than or equal to X is less than 5. So a filled-in circle would go at 4. And then at 5, we would have an open circle. And then we'd use that line segment tool to draw a line connecting those 2 points. Then we can check to see that we're right, and again we might get a yellow check if we use the wrong type of circle at either end of our interval.